Kilmar, si puedes escucharme, mantente fuerte. Dios no se ha olvidado de ti. Nuestros hijos preguntan, ¿cuándo volverás a casa? Y oro por el día que pueda decirles la hora y la fecha de tu regreso a salvo. Mientras continuamos en la Semana Santa, mi corazón, mi esposo, quien debería estar aquí lidiando nuestras oraciones de Pascua, en lugar de eso se encuentran suplicándole a la administración de Trump y a la administración de Bukele que dejen jugar juegos con la vida de Kilmar. No está descarrada con este tiempo. Nuestros hijos extrañan a su papá. A pesar de los desafíos que siguen enfrentando por parte de los gobiernos Unidos y El Salvador, espero que la fortaleza de nuestra fe y la resiliencia dentro de nosotros nos mantengan de pie después de todos los golpes que seguimos recibiendo. Nuestra capacidad para luchar contra estos gobiernos es un testimonio de espíritu de lucha y resistencia que Dios no los ha dejado. Seguimos manteniéndolos firmes y nunca los rendiremos contigo, Kilmar. A pesar que mi corazón está pesado, encuentro esperanza y fuerza en quienes me rodean. He sentido el apoyo de nuestra comunidad, mis hermanos y hermanas de casa, líderes y miembros sindicatos de SMART y nuestra comunidad de fe, aliados, y continuamos de pie con nosotros. Oro para que la misma fuerza comunitaria que me ha elevado fluya a través de la jueza, apoyándola para que dirija el poder hacia la justicia. Kilmar necesita volver a casa y es hora que veamos que esto se cumpla. Ya es suficiente. Mi familia no puede ser despojada de otro día sin ver a Kilmar. Esta administración ha tomado tanto de mis hijos, de la madre de Kilmar, y de su hermano y sus hermanas, y de mí. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer. I am Kilmar's wife. He is a father, a son, a brother, and a proud member of CASA and SMART Union member who has dedicated himself to make our family's American dream reality. That dream was shattered on March 12th when he was abducted and disappeared by the United States government in front of our 5-year-old child. Today is 34 days after his disappearance, and I stand before you filled with spirit that refuses to bring down. I will not stop fighting until I see my husband alive. Kilmar, if you can hear me, stay strong. God hasn't forgotten about you. Our children are asking, when would you come home? And I pray for the day I tell them the time and date that you'll return. As we continue through Holy Week, my heart aches for my husband, who should have been here leading our Easter prayers. Instead, I find myself pleading with the Trump administration and the Bukele administration to stop playing political games with the life of Kilmar. Our family is torn apart during this scary time, and our children miss their dad so much. Despite the challenges we continue to face with the U.S. and the Salvadorian government, I hope that the strength of faith and the resilience within us will keep us standing after all the punches we continue to receive. Our ability to fight back against these governments are testimonies to the spirit of fight and restraint that God has given us. We will continue standing strong, and we will never give up on you, Kilmar. Even though my heart is heavy, I find hope and strength in those around me. I felt an overwhelming support from our communities, our brothers and sisters from CASA, leaders and members from SMART, our faith and ally communities who continue to stand with us. And I pray that the same community strength that has lifted me flows through those judges supporting her to bend the power towards justice. Kilmar needs to come home, and it's time we see how exact this will be fulfilled. Enough is enough. My family can't be robbed from another day without seeing Kilmar. This administration has already taken so much from my children's, from Kilmar's mother, brother, sisters, and me. So, thank you.
On behalf of Kilmar. Let's go ahead and bring the choir up.
Sorry, guys, come on over here.
Metro DC.
A lot of seating, so if people do want to go in, the hearing will be televised there. If you want to stay out here and continue the protest movement out here, both options are good. But if you do want to go into the courthouse, you should probably move in now because it's probably going to fill up. Sorry, go ahead.
Pronto sí que vemos que se están dirigiendo hacia la corte.
The world didn't give it to me. It's joy that I have. The world didn't give it to me. It's joy that I have. The world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it. The world can't take it away. It's strength that I have. The world didn't give it to me.
trying to, but I don't want to pick someone from them. Just saying.
All of the children rise.
When? 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 What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want?
spoke earlier about the George Floyd protests in 2020 when millions got in the streets, and it was beautiful, and people felt each other's strength, and we saw each other. And people came out. I was at a protest in Los Angeles. There was kids who came out with their little hand homemade burgers that they put in a little cooler because they said, well, we want to help. This is all we know how to do. Do you want a hamburger? People were helping each other. But that lasted in that way about a week. And there was protests that went on, but there was ways people got divided against each other and pit against each other, different movements. There was ways in which people were led to think, well, now if we just put this into voting, we can change something. There was reasons why that broke apart. And what we have to do now is not break apart. And one of the things that happened too is people got hit with heavy repression. The police came out and shot people with rubber bullets. I got shot with a rubber bullet in 2020. They hurt people. Nonviolent protesters. People like Kyle Rittenhouse in Wisconsin came out and shot and killed people and was backed up by the authorities. And Trump has held him up as a hero. So what we are talking about is not easy, but we are talking about the future of humanity. We are talking about the lives of people in their millions, and not just here, but around the world. We are talking about people like Kilmar Abrego Garcia, whose wife and children now have their husband and father in a torture prison with the prospect that they may never see him again. That prison in El Salvador has never released a single prisoner since it's been open in 2022, and Bukele has promised never to release one. And Trump says, let's build 5 more of them because we're going to need them for the homegrowns. So when we talk about what we're willing to risk and sacrifice, and what we're willing to come out and do right now, we can't think about just ourselves alone. We have to think about the people that are being rounded up, the families, the people in their millions, the people in those prisons, the people of the world who will have to bear the brunt of a fascist America, the most powerful country in the world, bullying people all over the world. We have to have all of that in mind, and that's why we say, in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. You can go to refusefascism.org to get organized with this group and become an organizer for it. And you can also become an organizer right now by putting it on your social media, by sending this message out to others, by calling everybody on April 19th to be in D.C., to march on the White House, to say the fascist regime
Can everybody hear me? Yes. All right. Forgive me if I get a little nervous with this. I haven't spoken to this many people in probably 50 years. Okay. Okay. My name is Mike. I'm from a family of people who respect history. My father, during World War II, went to the South Pacific to protect us from the tyranny of Japan, and my father-in-law went to Europe in an artillery brigade and was wounded. So fighting for democracy is not anything new to me. I'm lost just a little bit on what we have to do. I have my own opinions, and I'm chosen to keep them to myself, but we are getting close to and narrow in the choices that we can take. I'm glad that everybody came here at the moment. I have been, probably not as many places as you all have complained to our government, but I've been down in D.C. I've been there twice, and what I see is a lot. I mean a lot, D.C. especially. Really nice people there. They aren't down there to cause trouble. So I just suggest that each of you. Oh no! Now I'm really going to get into it. Each of you. That each of you keep this up. Go to the big guys too. Go to the big shuffles down in D.C., Annapolis, so on and so forth. I'll leave it at that. You all are wonderful. Take care.
People united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
I've never speak to a crowd of demonstrators. I've never had in my life. We're calling this a fight against anti-Semitism. I call BS. This is a fight against us, against free speech, against due process, and against families who have added so much to our nation. This is not anti-Semitism, this is fascism.
Hey everyone. So the cases that they're just now letting folks out. So if we can start the picket line again, and then the family should be out here pretty soon. All right. And then, chorus, if you want to lead us in a chant while we're doing a picket line, that would be great. Or like a song.
So we're getting reporters.
Now we have.
Yeah, go ahead, go back.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. what they're going to talk about.
Oh, you don't think they may not talk?
I hope they do.
Are you in there? Are they going to talk? You think? They are.
I figure they would.
Are they coming back out?
Okay, no.
you guys record? Yes, we did.
Oh no, see, don't put it
Remind me, I'm about to go.
You need to focus like right here. Oh, hey. Brad, new job. New job today.
I'm not talking anymore, but the attorneys are, so we may need to mic them. Yes, get the mic stuff, yeah.
Who's coming? Lawyer? Anybody?
Attorneys.
Quick, right?
Look now. You gonna get.
Right? Done before 5, right?
Well, let's see how we can stretch this out. Oh, perfect. The queen of the mic. Well, you see what I thought?
Good timing.
Well, you see what I thought?
Oh, I like your signs too. Those are really good.
You want to sign? You don't sign?
Is there a high resolution picture of film?
Oh, I'm not sure. You have to talk to our comms. First thing you have. Oh, no. You want? Actually, who are we missing?
Es que yo como no tenía tapado, no me llevaba a había que le apagado ahora mismo.
We should eventually get to the
Alguien se me la robó. La camisa de ella técnicamente. Oh, okay.
First of all, thank you for coming today. Sorry. First of all, thank you for coming today. Today, the court moved our case forward one step. We have not brought Kilmar home, but we have been able to at least secure that we will be able to question those involved and get information, get evidence as required and requested. So even though today we don't have a order of contempt or anything that some in the press have been calling for, this is still a win and this is still progress in the case. We're not done yet though. We need to keep applying pressure and keep pushing back against this narrative that the question of this case is about whether or not Kilmar is a quote-unquote terrorist. That's not what this question is about. That's not what this case is about. This case is about the government unlawfully and admitting to unlawfully removing a gentleman from this country, from Maryland, from his home, his family, his children, and taking no actions, no meaningful steps to fix that, as ordered by the Supreme Court in a unanimous decision. So we hope you all will continue to follow along on this case and support the family.
How would you characterize the government's approach to this?
I mean, they are doing what they're required to do, right? Which is to push back as they're being told to do, the government attorneys. The government themselves arguably has not acted in good faith, has not provided in their status reports any meaningful steps of what they've taken, which is what the judge confirmed today, that they did not do that. So take that for what you will.
Earlier today, in one of the status updates, the DOJ said if Mr. Abrego Garcia shows up at a port of entry, that he could potentially be deported to a third country or back to El Salvador. What are your thoughts on that?
I may be speaking a little bit out of turn, but I'm quite upset that the government purposefully, well, in my opinion, purposefully read that out loud today in court, called attention to that specific paragraph with his wife in the courtroom, given that that is not how this works. The Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has no authority to remove someone's withholding of removal. They can move that the case is reopened. They can present evidence, which we have yet to see, of their allegations, but a judge is the one who makes the decision to remove withholding of removal.
What are the next steps?
So our requests are due tomorrow for who we would like to speak with, but essentially it's the four persons who provided those affidavits for the status reports. So at minimum them.
Are you thinking of requesting someone higher up at this time?
At this time I can't say. We'll see tomorrow. Okay.
Since time is of the essence, are you concerned about the delay and how long this is actually taking?
Yes, except I think that this court has understood the serious concerns in this case with safety and has moved to expeditiously go through the discovery process faster than I'm aware of being done. So yes, I'm concerned, but this probably is as fast as we could have it.
What are the next steps now?
Yeah. So the next steps are to submit our questions and what we would like, our ask by tomorrow, and then the government has a week to respond. Essentially within 2 weeks we should, in theory, be done with discovery.
I want to ask you something that came out of the White House today. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt mentioned something that could be very upsetting to the family members, saying that Mr. Abrego Garcia was a human trafficker. Can you guys respond to that?
Honestly, I can't because I have seen no evidence to support that statement. So I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know if it's a mischaracterization or how it was worded that way. I don't know where that comes from.
And have you guys gotten any updates on his condition inside court other than the status, inside that facility, other than the status updates?
Unfortunately not.
Are you at all concerned that you might not get any additional substantive answers from the department and that it'll just be 2 weeks later with no answers and maybe heading toward contempt, but still not closer to the facilitation of a return or substantive answers?
I don't think that we can honestly say that's outside of the realm of possibility. However, we have to believe in this justice system, and we have to believe that they will do as ordered. Otherwise, yes, we have to take next steps, and I think the court is prepared to do so.
What can the thousands of working people who support the family and Jennifer do to be in solidarity? What do you suggest that we do to express our support?
I think that's probably a question for CASA and the wonderful people who've been supporting the family. Our role is purely legal, and hope to attack what the family needs through that angle.
Can you describe the semantics that are at play here? The defense suggested that the word facilitate different interpretations. Describe your response to that.
So, well, to keep it simple, I would say we rely on the filings. The government is attempting to limit, but I think the Supreme Court has been clear. They said to facilitate the release from custody, correct? So even if we define facilitate to mean something specific, you can't ignore the next part of that sentence. And that's what the government has continued to try to do, which the judge spoke out against today. Well, I think it could look like a number of things. The government has many times before facilitated the return of foreign nationals, U.S. citizens, legal permanent residents from abroad. So they know the processes and steps and the people to reach out to, the agencies that need to be involved to make that happen.
With the case we call against the Supreme Court,
I think the court is attempting to limit that possibility by making her statements today and ordering expedited discovery and not jumping straight to contempt. I think the government is prepared to do that if necessary, and we're prepared to fight back if that's what's needed.
Mr. Bukele said that he is a member of the MS-13, and if he will come back, he's not protected, so he will be deported again.
So, just as a small clarification, at this time no evidence has been submitted about this allegation, proving this allegation or supporting this allegation, and it was the government who said that he would be detained in the United States and potentially deported, but that's not up for this court or this proceeding. It's up for an immigration court to decide once he's back here.
What options are available should the government not follow through on the court's directives?
I think reasonably the next steps would be contempt. There could be sanctions such as monetary daily sanctions, non-monetary sanctions, personal sanctions. There are a number of options.
Would these sanctions be on DOJ attorneys? Where would they fall?
It could be on DOJ attorneys, yes, because they are the ones who are put forward to provide the status updates in their professional or personal capacity.
When the judge mentioned these interrogatories and depositions that she wants, she mentioned a couple of names. She mentioned Robert Sona. What other people do you think she would like to hear from? Do you think that you're going to ask her?
So specifically, it's the four people who provided those affidavits in the status reports. Outside of that, it's up for us to call, and I can't speak to that at this time.
What is she talking about privilege regarding the acting general counsel?
So the government likely intends to argue that they have privilege from disclosing certain pieces of information or evidence, and the judge essentially told them, show your work, prove it, and I'll make a ruling.
What do you have to say to Democrats that said they're willing to travel to El Salvador to help, and do you believe that would be beneficial?
At this time, I think the position we should take is that it's the government's obligation to facilitate that. Now, whether they want to coordinate with, I know, for example, Senator Van Hollen has offered this. If they want to coordinate with him, by all means, go for it. But I don't think it should be up to our elected representatives to personally take that on. It's the government's responsibility. But it's a great thing for them to know so that they can take advantage of that. Yes, Rina, R-I-N-A, last name Gandhi, G-A-N as in Nancy, D-H-I. Thank you.
Y brevemente para las audiencias latinoamericanas y para nuestra comunidad, en español nomás vamos a brevemente hacer un resumen de lo que nos acaba de compartir la abogada Reña. Ella ahorita presentó el caso y representó a los intereses de la familia en el caso de Kilmar. Sabemos que número uno, lo que compartió es que fue bastante frustrante la sesión en que el gobierno igual se está manifestando de una manera lenta en contestar las exigencias y la orden judicial que ha pedido la Corte. Aunque sí tenemos algunas demoras en el regreso, se siente bien en que sí se está avanzando el caso, y ahorita tomó nota en que asegurarnos de que la Corte ha exigido que en aproximadamente una semana el gobierno responda a una serie de preguntas para poder avanzar este caso y saber exactamente qué están haciendo para facilitar el regreso de Kilmar a su familia que encontramos aquí. Entonces, igual sabemos que hay muchas preguntas de la prensa sobre las consecuencias de no actuar de una manera expedita, pero se sabe que pase lo que pase, este gobierno sí va a sufrir las consecuencias, sí va a haber un precio que pagar muy alto. En cuestión de exactamente cuál va a ser ese precio, es posible que algunos abogados que están representando al gobierno ahorita tal vez sufren unas sanciones, unas consecuencias por la falta de actuar de una manera inmediata. Entonces aquí está el equipo legal asegurándose que se va a avanzar este caso lo más pronto y lo más expedito posible, y están todos alentados porque sabemos que tenemos una buena juez que está haciendo todo lo posible para avanzar este caso en todo lo que se puede. Entonces les agradeció su tiempo y obviamente está aquí para contestar cualquier cosa. So if you could just outline the next steps. ¿En español? Sí, por eso. Yo soy George Escobar, yo soy jefe de servicios en casa que está representando los intereses de la familia y trabajando en colaboración con el equipo legal. La pregunta, perdón. Ya. Ya.
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah, sure.
I can't believe you remembered all that. Okay, so as far as the next steps go, we are filing tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, yes. We are filing tomorrow our kind of questions, our ask. Then the government gets an opportunity to respond in a week, and basically within 2 weeks we should be completed with the deposition. I'm sorry.
Entonces para mañana se hace una deposición, se hace el pedido y las preguntas específicas de las cuales queremos ver la respuesta. Ellos después tienen una semana para poder responder esas preguntas, y lo que se estima es que lo que esperamos que en el transcurso de 2 semanas más tengamos ya Kilmar de regreso aquí con nosotros.
So, yes, well, I mean, realistically, it's not over in 2 weeks. 2 weeks is when we are completed with all the kind of fighting, basically. But no, it's not over in 2 weeks.
Do you have another date to come here again? Or
Not yet. She's going to order it, though. She'll order it. She's going to write down all the different stuff, so you'll all be able to
this
see
be
it.
after tomorrow?
It might be later today. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Just to make clear, and it'll have all the dates.
Si él regresa aquí, entonces se le estaría procesando nuevamente para deportarlo.
No.
It is possible. It is possible. The government, in order to remove withholding of removal, has to move for the case to be reopened. Right? They have to present evidence, and yes, they are allowed to do that. But they do that here. They don't do that in the news. They don't do that, abroad. So the first step is bring him here.
Y obviamente seguiríamos defendiendo su caso, y es obvio que no hay evidencia ahorita que justificaba su detención en el primer lugar o que justifica su deportación. Entonces, al abrirse el caso, igual le defenderíamos utilizando las
Hay una pregunta y aseguran que él perteneció a las pandillas y por eso que él está corriendo peligro de regresar. ¿Cuál es esa evidencia de que él verdaderamente
Exactamente, y eso habló la abogada, claramente que no existe. No existe evidencia.
No saben quién fue el informante, o sea, de dónde salió esa idea.
No existe ninguna evidencia que se ha presentado en la corte, y eso es lo que han pedido los abogados, es que demuestren esa evidencia y la traigan a corte para que puedan
the government will have its opportunity if they bring him back.
Yeah, they said they couldn't hear the audio. I had audio from maybe it was too low.
That's fine. But bring him home
Yo creo
first.
que sí, el proceso de investigación, término legal muy específico, pero
Lo que se va a llamar entonces es como juntar nuevas pruebas, las declaraciones de los funcionarios.
y bajo la autoridad y la supervisión de la jueza, supervisando la entrega de informes. Entonces se hace una serie de preguntas, se responde en qué lugar